Well, today I would like to go over some stuff, reviews. I would like to review right now the ULA Circuit. It's a backpack that I picked up in Munson, so it was pretty close to the end. As you've probably already seen in my videos, I used four different backpacks on my trip. I don't know why that makes me laugh every time. But it does. So, but what I was doing was basically I was at Shaw's Hiker Hostel in Munson, Maine, and I had intended to look at these packs anyways. So it wasn't like it was off my radar because I'm preparing for the PCT, and my 50-liter Arc Air just wasn't going to be enough storage for those longer food carries and water carries and so on, even though it could carry 35 pounds, which is the exact same as what this is rated for. I don't think it was the weight carrying capacity that I was as concerned about as I was the comfort. The Arc Air gets very uncomfortable after 25 pounds or so. This one doesn't. So this is the ULA equipment circuit. Let's go over the logistics here, the regular stuff. It has an internal suspension loop. It's a padded back. So what that means is it's padded, but it's also not like an air system. It's not like the Arc Air that takes the pack away from your body and creates a space, or other packs like Ospreys or Gregory's or whatever. This pack sits right on your back, so it's going to be hot. I mean, in summer weather, it's going to be hot. There is a vented pad here, very nice pad, super comfortable, and it's arched to your back nicely. However, it's not going to be one of the cooler packs. Contoured shoulder straps. I got this one. I got the S straps, like not the J straps, the S straps. That's because my shoulders aren't completely flat. A lot of people tend to think that, you know, the S straps are more for women. That's not necessarily true. I would say that anybody who's got shoulders that slant like that down on an angle, even a little bit, will notice that the straps will keep riding down. This kind of stops it because it brings the strap over and then in. It comes in, so it sits closer to the middle to begin with. But then it comes out quickly, and well, for me, I mean, that's an issue. So I was very careful about that. And Poet, the guy who runs Shaw's, helped me fit this pack. I use a medium. Anyway, there's that. Okay, so it's made with 400 Robic adjustable side pockets, rolling closures at the top. It's a roll top. Adjustable side pockets. In other words, it has a little shock cord here that allows you to cinch the pocket up to tighten it up. It has ice pole carrying capability, front mesh pocket. It weighs 37.3 ounces. This is not a light backpack. This is over 2 pounds. However, for what it does for 2 pounds, being a fully functional pack, in other words, you know, I had to go on my, you know, you can say the Z-Packs Arc Haul, for example, which I have right here, is 20 ounces or 22 ounces. But once you add the stuff like the pockets, you know, different things, accessories, you're adding a weight. So you're really going to be looking at much more than 22. You're going to be close to this by the time you're done. With this one, you've already got sewn in pockets, which for me is huge. As you know, I've had quite the debacle with pockets. Oh, I didn't notice that before. Cool. Oh, that's part of the strap system. Okay. I'm noticing new things about it every day. Anyway, the volume is 68 liters, so it's big enough, which is what's my prime concern was on the PCT, especially bear canisters. We're going to have to carry bear canisters. In certain areas, it's a must. You don't get the option. Max load is 35 pounds, which I already knew. So yeah, I mean, this is a pretty good all-purpose through hiking pack. My thoughts on it in the short time I had. I mean, I basically used this pack for about a week and a half. I took it out from Shaw's, from Munson. So, I mean, I basically had what? Well, I guess it was more than 100 miles because I did the 100-mile wilderness with this pack. So, at any rate, love the color. Absolutely love this pack. I love that the way the Robic material is how hardy it is, like how thick it is, and considering the weight of it. I love this shock cord system here in the back. You can strap stuff on. I was putting my Crocs underneath that to hold them in from bouncing around, which was nice. It has side compression straps, monster pockets, side pockets. Oops. And they're vented down at the bottom. Oh yeah, they're vented, so any kind of leakage, water, etc. You know, it's all there. There's a strap that goes through it here. It's basically the strap that holds the belt pocket, or sorry, the main straps on. What else can I tell you about it? It's big. I mean, it's really big. It doesn't have the Velcro at the top, which I love. The Z-Packs packs that I used had Velcro along the top, which was great for, you know, joining it together and rolling it up. But the problem is clothes. Any clothes that would catch on Velcro. My outdoor research, my sun hoodie is destroyed. Like the arms from reaching in and grabbing and pulling stuff out and dragging it on the Velcro on my shirt. That was an issue for me, definitely. So this one doesn't have that. It also has a two-side, like, so if you look, they don't come up both at the same height. This one's always going to roll over anyway. So I love the system. It's great. It already has provisions. If I need to put the bear canister over top instead of inside, I do have an extra big strap here, very good strap, long enough to hold a bear canister on the top. Very strong main handle here. I love, like I said, I love the straps. I wish the daisy chaining was a little better, a little tighter, a little more of them. That's an issue for me. That was a big one. I wish it had more loops, honestly. I really do like these main plastic loops. They're good for heavier stuff. I actually hung my water bottle from them, or maybe I went a little higher. No, I did. I hung them right from that. This pack carries a little high, so in other words, it doesn't, for me, sit right down on my hips the way the Arc Hall does, or my tank, which I'll get to in a minute. What do I have to say about the pack? It's heavier than I expected, but it's also heavier duty. The material is so hardy. I can't even tell you. It's just this pack was made to last. There's no question about it. You will have this pack for years to come, and you will not be disappointed. The price of it, I paid $280 for it. Ooh, little scratch here. I paid $280 American for it. I believe that's the going rate for them. Also, I think that was a good deal, honestly. So here's your ice axe loops here, and the corresponding ones at the bottom. So you can also use these to attach other things. I mean, I could take a shock cord and loop and put my tent down here and hook it up to this if I wanted. Like I said, I put my Crocs in here. It's a massive pocket. It's a really big pocket and a really nice thick. It doesn't have a lot of stretch to it, which I like, because the stretchier it gets, the weaker the fabric is. So it'll scrape against a tree or something. And these do rip. Probably the first thing you'll notice on these type of pockets is that they'll rip. They'll get holes in them. I don't see that happening with this one. It's not as good as the Arc Hall, which is not a stretchy one at all. It has holes in it. It's much like the Hyperlight, but those get holes in them too once they catch on things. And they do catch on things easier, those ones. So this is nice. This is very, very nice. Anyway, yeah, that's my review of the ULA Circuit as it stands right now. I'm not saying in the future. I have been known to change my mind from time to time. In other words, I do have an Exos coming in that I'm going to also review and perhaps take out on one of my shakedowns. But this one's going out on one of my shakedowns for sure. And I think I'm going to buy a bare canister and go full, like full setup, you know, full PCT setup. So that I know, I mean, that's what a shakedown is, right? And I mean, literally, I will do it with base weight. I will calculate everything. I will choose the appropriate gear to go with the climate I'll be in. I have to understand and accept the fact that the bare canister, crampons, these are all things that I'm going to need on the PCT. So it's a different animal than the AT. And for me, for my purposes, this seems to be the pack for that. 68-liter pack, it's big. I mean, this holds a lot of stuff. But it has to, because I could be out there 7, 8, 9 days at a stretch just for food. I may have to carry, I mean, I may have 20-mile between water sources, I'm told. Mostly in the southern part. In the northern part, it's a little better once you get up into Montana. But in the meantime, you know, I may have to carry 10 or 12 pounds of water. I mean, this is, you know, and another 10 or 12 pounds of food. So, I mean, I would still want to keep my base weight down around 10 to 12 at the most. And I think this is the pack for the job. I really do. So I'm not telling you to go out and buy it or anything, but just, anyway, it's a good pack. I highly approve.